Record.
Hello, all of you. Good evening. So today there was a scheduled power cut in the morning for cutting of the trees and all, and we had to shift in evening. And all of you are present in the Zoom also. Very good evening, and thank you so much. That is like super motivating that आज class का time shift हुआ and there is 100% attendance. Okay, those who are live in Zoom, thank you so much. Those who are live in Zoom, the material which I'm using from clubbing and set off, all is available in the Telegram group. You can take a printout. Very important message is that clubbing of income, ma'am, if we do or not. What difference does it make? It's called as a popcorn topic, but let me tell you, it's mostly the part of the total income question where they give you business income and add and less and the deductions. In between somewhere this clubbing of income will be asked. So make sure that you do it whether you are in inter and final. And with a bang, I'm saying once again, some of you have missed the set off class. So yeah, even apologies for that. Yesterday, I think I tried 8 to 9 times putting it live streaming also together, but internet was not supporting. So now recorded video will be uploaded tomorrow, okay, in the morning by the team, and do watch it. Please take this as a full bang ke saath. You don't have 5 heads of income. Your sixth head is your set off and carry forward. Are you all with me? 5 heads we have done: salary, house property, business head, capital gain, other source. And the sixth head is your set off. There is no creativity, small pitfalls which you have to be very careful. Ki house property loss, how much can be set off outside 2 lakh? There's a very beautiful story kind of way. I have taught the concept in 45 minutes, made you write the notes, and question answers are solved. So in a single go, 2 hours of class, 2.5 hours here, and half an hour your study material problem backside, and set off is done. I'm telling you, if you ask me honestly, the weightage of set off is equal to your capital gain chapter. Itna important hai set off. After watching the lecture, it's a challenge. If you have any doubt nahi hoga. अगर written practice कर रहे हैं तो, if you watch orally, हाँ ऊपर से it will not help. Presentation is the part where students go wrong. They know the rule कि कहाँ set off करना है, ठीक है? So solve it in writing, and still if you have doubt in any other academy's material, any scanner, past exam paper of CMA, CA, click the picture, send it in Telegram or WhatsApp, and I'll clear it. Many students are saying, ma'am, nowadays before reaching to you, we are clearing the doubts with AI. It's good, but sometimes, especially for income tax, how fast updates are coming. Yeah, we also have a live Amendment class on Monday evening, same time, 6:50. So please log in on the correct time. PDF material is already circulated yesterday. Hope you all have taken a printout. Yeah, right. There's some construction work going on behind me. तो ऐसे आवाज आ रही है आपको भी? Is the voice clear? Zoom में भी आप chat box में डाल दो. Is the voice and all clear? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now what we are doing today is, okay, one more instructions. With so many instructions, tomorrow we don't have a class, it being Sunday. We will continue with deductions on Monday morning. Only ATC deduction will take full class, but I want to do it very thoroughly. It's like base building deductions. It comes in question number 1 and it also comes in MCQs and case scenarios. तो वो हम Monday morning करेंगे. And something else I was saying, yeah, tomorrow there being no class, if you're facing any trouble in making your schedule, because if I teach you income tax, you perform very good income tax, DT, IDT, but if you're not able to match up other subjects also, or your schedule, again the result is going to be same, and I don't want that. So make sure you all have the number, WhatsApp number, just put a message on that and I will help you between 10 to 12. Okay? I will help you where exactly you can do self-study, or you need a coaching, or you can just write chapter-wise exam, or where exactly you need making the strategy for your studies. Okay? Right, chalo. So with this, clubbing topping, nothing to read from your material. We'll again do it in 3 ways. I'm giving my own notes which I want you to write. They are flowcharts to fit the concept in your mind. Okay? Clubbing of minors income, clubbing of spouse, clubbing HUF ka partition. So just draw the diagram or flowchart kind thing to understand the concept. Then we'll read the material. Second thing. Third thing is we'll apply these notes and our reading and we will solve the questions. Okay? Right? So straight, nothing to check in the clubbing material. Let us directly go into our notes. Okay? Clubbing of income. It's a very simple topic. Anyone thinking, ma'am, is there any theory question here? No, beta, nahi hai. Koi theory nahi hai ye chapter mein. Clubbing of income. Now we have already completed 5 heads of income. Owner-tenant relationship. Okay, then salary. So owner-tenant relationship, sorry, house property, employer-employee, salary. You're doing business profession, third head. You've transferred a capital asset, fourth head. And bacha kucha and some specific income, fifth head, residual head. So this is my income from 5 heads called as gross total income. Do I have others' income to be added in my hands? That is called as clubbing of income. For example, till 18 years, our children are minor. So minor may have got income. So that income, is it clubbed in the hands of the parents? Yeah. Which parents? Mother or father? How, what, where? That's what we will study. So today's coming half an hour is, what are the cases in which others' income is clubbed? You know, how many of you know how to make? I'll not say how to eat, how to make club sandwich. Club sandwich is butter and then chutney and then veggies and then cheese, and it's like this thick. So that is clubbing. Okay, aajao. Others' income also will be clubbed in my hands. What are those cases? Okay. So the first case is very simple. Let us take one by one all the examples. The first case is section 60. Transfer of income. I'm saying also so that you all can write with me. Transfer of income. Don't think, ma'am, this is a fast track. Aap jaldi se concept bata do. Why you want us to write the notes? If you feel that you not only want to understand, but you want to learn and go by the end of the day, clubbing khatam. देखने की जरूरत नहीं है तो लिखो बेटा. Transfer of income. Transfer of income without transfer of asset. Okay, without transfer of asset. Like Mr. Zoe. He is having a property, house property. He is saying to tenant, pay rent to daughter. Pay the rent to daughter. Mr. Zoe's daughter. Now, who is the owner of the asset? Mr. Zoe. Has he transferred the asset? No. Write down. There is no transfer of asset. There is no transfer of asset. Just transfer of income. Not allowed. If anyone remembers the basic class, this is called as diversion of income. Mr. Zoe is owner of the property. He's getting salary. He's doing business. He's doing dividend, other share trading and all. So he's saying to tenant, don't pay the rent to me, pay it to my daughter. Daughter को rent जा रहा है. Actually, daughter is paying her education, hostel fees and all out of that. Can Mr. Zoe say, I'm not getting income only, I'm not even enjoying. Why I should pay the tax? But there is no transfer of asset. It's just transfer of income without transfer of asset. किसके हाथ में taxable होगा? Taxable or clubbed in hands of Mr. Zoe. Taxable or clubbed in hands of Mr. Zoe. Is this clear to all of you? Are you able to write with me? Can you please put a comment in the chat box? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Oh, oops. Should I wait? Complete it? Yeah. So if there is a transfer of asset without transfer of income, that income will be clubbed in the hands of the parent. यहाँ तो parent है, कोई भी हो. Now, section 61. Mr. A transferred asset to Mr. A's manager. Chalo. Above there was no transfer of asset. Here there is a transfer of the asset. Say example shares. ठीक है? Mr. A ने shares transfer किए Mr. A के manager को. Okay. Mr. A is saying I'm going for a world trip for 3-4 years. So you keep it. But then he is making it as a revocable transfer. What do you mean by revocable transfer? After 4 years, when I come back from the world trip, transfer back. Transfer back. Mr. A is transferring his whole investment portfolio to his manager. Okay, whatever 4 years का जो income है वो तुम रख लेना. But after I come back, whatever were my shares, you give it back to me. So all of you know the Simply Sale of Goods Act. When there is a transfer, we transfer the risk and reward of ownership and everything. Do we keep any interest? No. Then revocable transfer after 4 years. This dividend income taxable in hands of Mr. A. Superb, isn't it? Why the income is taxable in the hands of Mr. A? क्यों Mr. A के हाथ में taxable होगा? Because A has transferred, but then he kept some interest. So Mr. A's manager will say, मेरे को नहीं चाहिए. I will manage it, but it's your portfolio. You only keep the income. You only pay the tax. I'm going to take little extra time because teaching this topic doesn't require more than 30 minutes. But if you want to gain that in-depth knowledge which is asked in MCQs and case scenarios and want to learn and go today, then draw the diagram. What was the first case? Transfer of the income without transfer of the asset, taxable in the hands of transferor. Second, transfer of the asset, but revocable interest. It's like revocable transfer is not a transfer only, correct or not? Section 62. Sections I am writing for information. No need to by heart it. If you want to by heart HRA, section 10, 13A, 44A, B, जो मैंने आपको बहुत importantly business head में बताए हैं, right? Okay. Now section 62 says, ऐसे arrow mark करके लिखो, same case. Mr. A transferred portfolio to Mr. A's manager. Now here it is irrevocable. Irrevocable means you cannot reverse it during lifetime of beneficiary अगर third party है or transferee. Are you all with me? Mr. A has transferred his investment portfolio to his manager and he said whether I am in India or I am in world trip or I am back, till you are alive, whatever is the portfolio income you enjoy because you are my best manager. After Mr. A's manager is deceased, he will take back. But till the transferee is alive, this cannot be revoked. Now, till the transferee is alive, and if this cannot be revoked, means what then? It is irrevocable transfer. So, where the income will be taxable? Income will be taxable in the hands of transferee. Because as long as transferee is enjoying the income and as long as transferee is alive, it's not going to be transferred back. Correct or not? Anyone in the class is feeling I'm teaching law, then please I'm teaching income tax. Bear with me. Ek ye, ek deemed dividend. These are the topics which are to be done. This and set off is same in inter and final. अच्छे से बेस लेवल से प्रिपेयर करो. फिनिश राइटिंग. व्हाट्स द फर्स्ट केस? ट्रांसफर ऑफ असेट विदाउट transfer of income without transfer of asset. Income will be taxable in the hands of the transferor. Transfer of asset, but then it is revocable. इसके हाथ में taxable होगा. Same case, if it is irrevocable, then it will be taxable in the hands of transferor. Okay, so these are the three cases. Okay, now one part we will study and one part we will do. Come to your material. Directly come to your material. Thank you that it's all clear until now. Okay, section 60 to 64. I can literally say, मतलब हमारे ज़माने में I did my CA from 95 to 99. Till then and now it is same clubbing of income, no change. If income is transferred without transfer of assets, such income is clubbed in the hands of transferor. On the other hand, if it is a revocable transfer, such income will be clubbed in the hands of transferor. Revocable transfer means he will take back the asset and all. Following cases, section 61 will not apply if the transfer, please, if the or is printed, isko nikal do. In case if transfer is made to a trust where beneficiary is transferee, and clubbing will not be done so long as beneficiary is alive, or transfer which is irrevocable during the lifetime of the transferee. Transferee, you can enjoy the dividend income as long as you are alive. Promise I'll not take it back. Superb. Then why it should be clubbed in the hands of the A? फिर तो वो transferee की income हो गई. Okay? चलो. Now we will do income of spouse. Anyone is having any doubt? Unmute and say, बिंदास recording चल रही है, live है, कुछ भी है, आपको doubt है पूछो. Some of you are watching as recording. Comment below the video if you have doubt. Whether it is regular class or fast track or one shot revision concept, बहुत slowly पढ़ेंगे. ठीक है? आ जाओ. Section 64(1). Income of spouse clubbed. Income of spouse clubbed in following cases. Okay. माइनर की इनकम इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, थोड़ी देर में करेंगे, पहले ये करते हैं. Income of spouse. For this, very important is write down definition of substantial interest. It is super duper important for MCQs. When a person is said to have substantial interest, if it is a company, then more than 20% of the voting power, beneficial voting part. Mr. A is holding 14% share and Mr. A HUF is also holding 14% share, where decision taker is to Mr. A only. तो हो गया ना, more than 20% voting power, beneficial voting power. Beneficial voting power. Mr. A is having 14% share. Mr. A HUF, where A is Karta, 14% share. तो टोटल कितना हो गया? 28% share. तो हो गया ना? Will you be able to do it in the MCQ for sure? One minute concept, amendment, these small topics, all we are doing thoroughly. You also please help me by two things: subscribing to the channel till exam, because lot of live classes are going to be there. For stamp duty, for small concept, for amendments, for RTP, MTP, all. And second thing is, please share it with your friends if you feel they can also go fearless for taxation and costing. Aja. Second is, if it is a partnership firm, then more than 20% PSR. उनका जो profit sharing ratio है, अगर more than 20% है, तो they are said to have what? Substantial interest. Now come down. Okay, case number 1. I hope you all know in income tax, spouse means for husband, wife, and if wife is working, his husband is spouse. Dono, partner. Huh? If Mr. A is working in company and Mrs. A is getting salary, remuneration, commission without qualification. You know, this is why they have introduced common case. Husband is doing partner, A is doing partnership with B. So A is saying, मेरे wife को थोड़ा 10, 10, 12 lakhs, we'll pay salary. And anyhow, both of us are partners. We'll pay salary to our wives. So we will reduce 30% tax flat rate in partnership firm. And wife will have basic exemption. She's putting the money in PPF. I hope you are getting. This is called as tax planning. So if Mr. A is working in a company where he is having substantial interest and Mrs. A is getting salary, commission, remuneration without qualification, all taxable in hands of Mr. A. Super easy. All of you have done 4 technical classes for salary. So very, very important it is to enjoy this class on a lighter note. Sure? Mr. A is working in a company. Mrs. A को fake salary, commission कुछ तो pay कर रहे हैं. She is not even qualified. She never even comes to office. All taxable in the hands of Mr. A. What? Whatever you have paid to Mrs. A. Second point. If Mrs. A is qualified, for example, my husband is having a partnership firm and I am a qualified CA and I am looking for his accounts. He is paying me 50,000 per month. No problem. If Mrs. A is qualified, no clubbing. No clubbing. Now the crucial part which is asked in MCQs. स्टडी मटेरियल के पीछे आपको ये MCQ पक्का मिलेगा. Mr. A and Mrs. A are both having substantial interest. Both are having substantial interest. Both are receiving salary, remuneration, commission, etc. Then income will be clubbed in hands of person having highest income other than above income. I know little longer point, you are right. See, both husband and wife are having substantial interest and both are getting salary, commission and all. Then income will be clubbed in hands of husband or wife who is having highest income other than above income. ये income को छोड़ के who is having highest income? In that, wife, if husband is having highest income, wife's income is clubbed. Wife is having husband's income. Clear? Other than this, one more clubbing is applicable here, and that is related to capital contribution. Mark it, very important what I am saying now. Spouse, fourth case, mark it, very important for question and answer. Same question and answer to ask twice and I will also take it. Spouse contributing capital, proportionate income taxable. अब just सिर्फ point लिखो, with an example it will be very clear. Spouse contributing capital, proportionate income will be taxable. Spouse is contributing capital. For example, Mr. A contributing capital to Mrs. A, starting boutique. Okay, Mrs. A is starting boutique with 5 lakhs and Mr. A has contributed 2 lakhs on 1st April. 1st April only, huh? If they contribute middle of the year, that year no clubbing. I'll make you write all the points. Mrs. A started boutique with 5 lakhs, her money, and husband said, okay, good cause, I'll also support you. 2 lakhs he didn't give to wife. He contributed as a capital. So he automatically, there's no deed, but he became a partner. Total capital 7 lakhs. Suppose in boutique, wife derived total profit 35,000. So in 7 lakhs, the profit is 35,000. What is Mr. A's profit? 7 lakh mein 35,000. Mr. A gave him how much? 2 lakh mein question mark. Write the way I have written. In 7 lakhs total capital, Mrs. A, she started a boutique and she earned 35,000. So 2 lakh, the capital contributed. It is how much? 2 lakh into 35,000 divided by 7 lakh. Calculator. I've just given the problem on my own. 2 lakh into 35,000 divided by 7 lakh. कितना आ रहा है? 10,000. 10,000. A's profit 10,000. Taxable in hands. Taxable in hands of A. A, you have contributed the capital, though there is no partnership firm. But when a spouse contribute, it could be vice versa. I have taken like this example. Wife is helping with the capital to husband. Then it will be clubbed in the hands of the wife. Anyone in the class? This is a 5-mark question. Check your study material. कोई भी देख लो, CA CMA कोई भी study material देख लो, आपको एक question मिलेगा 5 marks के. But the capital should be contributed on which date? 1st of April. I'm twisting the option. If Mr. A gave loan rupees 2 lakh, no clubbing. Mr. A didn't contribute capital. He gave loan. No clubbing. When I do the problems now at the backside, it will be super clear. Option 3. If Mr. A gave capital only rupees 2 lakh on 10th of April 23, still no clubbing. This year to no clubbing. Next year, of course, yes. Why this year no clubbing? Yeah. Why? Because A gave it. That's right. But A gave it not on 1st April. So you have to check the capital contributed to spouse on the 1st April. It was 0. So nothing. Option 3. Clear to all of you? Please keep patience related to this. We are going to work out very nice sums in another 10-15 minutes. Chapter concept kar lete hain phir. Can I go to the next concept? Spouse का एक बार फिर से देखो. Income of spouse clubbed in the hands of the husband if she is getting salary remuneration from the firm without qualification. If qualified, no clubbing. Mr. A and Mrs. A both having substantial interest, both are receiving salary and income, then income will be clubbed in the hands of that spouse who is having highest income. True? Right. Now, capital contribution, I already explained you. Okay. Chalo, now the most hot favorite topic you can write as compulsory. Compulsory, this comes in every exam. Compulsory question. Section 64(1)(a), clubbing of minors' income. Till 18 years, it's minor. So minor cannot file their own return and do the signature. So minor's income should be clubbed in the hands of the parent. But the first point is minor child include stepchild, adopted child, married minor daughter. I know minor marriage is not allowed only. And ma'am, if she's married, why the income is going to be clubbed in the hands of the father? Answer is yes, it is going to be clubbed. Minor child's income, stepchild hai, adopted child hai, married minor daughter hai, income will be clubbed in the hands of the parent. Is this clear to all of you? Anyone having any doubt in the language or anywhere? I myself know set off और ये topic तो एकदम ऐसे flow में जाते हैं and each and every smallest of things I will link up and clarify. Okay. Second, minor child getting income from skill or talent. No clubbing. You know, we have child artists, Saregama, Indian Idol juniors, KBC juniors. So minor is getting income from his talent. Will it be clubbed in the hands of the parent? No. But then ma'am, you said minor cannot file the return. Such cases, minor will file the return and parent will sign his return as representative SSC. So no clubbing. other income of minor to be other income of minor to be clubbed in hands of parent having highest income. मैम ये तो गलत है ना. We are four sisters. Two sisters income clubbed in the hands of the father and two in the mother. झगड़ा ही खत्म. No. Actually, we are four sisters, and I remember when we were minor, all the four incomes was clubbed in the hands of the father. So, other normal income of minor to be clubbed in the hands of the parent having highest income after their mutual clubbing. So, ma'am, wife's income should be clubbed in the hands of the husband because she's getting salary and she's not going to office. Okay. So, mutual khich pitch all adjust. Then see whose income is highest. Mother's income is highest, all minors income clubbed there. Father's income is highest, all income clubbed here. Are you all with me? Income of minor to be clubbed in the hands of the parent having highest income after their mutual clubbing. Everyone is clear? Language confusing तो नहीं है ना? मतलब आपस में अपना clubbing कर लो. I'll work out the problems also. A to B, B to A. That you finish. And then see A or B. Mr. A and Mrs. B. कौन ज्यादा है? Clubbing करो. All the children's income. Clear? Thank you. Other income like normal income. For example, minor के नाम से दादाजी has gifted 5 lakh rupees and minor made FD. तो FD का interest आएगा ना? So minor can have other normal income, no? Right? Only if he is getting income from skill and talent, it will not be clubbed. He'll have to file his own return through parent. Now, is it clear what is other income? Yeah, he can get a gift. He can get a gift from unrelative. तो वो भी parents में club होगी. Above 50,000 है तो FD का interest ऐसे कुछ भी. Now, for every minor child, parent will get rupees 1,500 per child exemption under section 1032. For every minor child, parent will get up to. I want all of you to add the word up to. If minor's income is 800, how much will be exempt? 800. If minor's income is 8,000, how much will be exempt? 1,500. Per child exemption under section 1032. Are you all with me and very clear? For every minor child, parent will get up to rupees 1,500 per child exemption under 1032. Ma'am, for two children, for all children. For all children, over and out. For all children, over and out. समझ में आया है नहीं आपको? Ma'am, if 4 children's income is clubbed, yeah, 1,500. This was a question asked in one of the exam. 4 children, so 1,500 into 4. मिलेगा ना? Child includes stepchild, adopted child, all. अरे, here I missed one point of divorce. Spouse की income में. We didn't read that ना. ठीक है, बाद में अभी cover कर लेंगे. यहाँ तक clear है? चलो, let us read it. Minor's income also, we'll read it now. A second. Yeah, let us please read it once. ये देखो, इनकम ऑफ स्पाउस भी किया, ये भी पहले माइनर पढ़ लेते हैं. Total income of individual, there shall be included income of minor. However, if income of minor is due to skill, talent, special knowledge and all, then it will not be included. If my, oh, this one also, if minor is suffering from some disability, you know, minors may be having disability, which you have to get the government hospital certificate, and he's taking a deduction in ATU. Flat deduction is given if a person is having polio and some unsound mind or some thing, okay, eyesight problem, hearing problem. Hmm? So some chronic disease, if the minor is having, then his income is not clubbed in the hands of the parent. Whether marriage of parents subsists, income of minor will be clubbed in the hands of the parent whose income is greater in the first year. Yeah, this is also very important. This year, my income is more, so minor's, my son's income will be clubbed in my hands. Next year, once clubbed, every year it will be added in my file only. Are you getting? In case where parents' marriage does not subsist, means the parent are getting divorced, then minor's income will be clubbed in the hands of the parent who maintains the minor child. Followed? 1500 per child exemption will be there. Please understand, underline इसको दोनों को, ये एग्जाम में बहुत आता है. Somewhere or the other they will touch this topic. That important. And child includes stepchild, adopted child, married minor. This divorce wala point, I want all of you to write it here quickly. Minor child in other income to be clubbed in the hands of the parent having highest income after their mutual clubbing in the first year. Add karo yahan pe point. In the first year. और फिर नीचे लिखो subsequent years income clubbed in hands of same parent. Subsequent years, the income is clubbed in the hands of the same parent. जिसके हाथ में clubbing हो रहा है उसी के हाथ में clubbing होगा. Subsequent years, income clubbed in the hands of the same parent. Where first year clubbing done. Just little extra I am making you write ताकि आपको confusion हो. First year, if the clubbing is done in the hands of the father, same hands the clubbing will be done. Clear to all of you? Now, in case of divorce, here the technical language they are using is in case of agreement to live apart. Clubbing in hands of parent. Clubbing is in the hands of the parent who maintains minor child. Are you all with me? Clubbing in the hands of the parent who maintains the minor child. So if after the divorce or after the agreement to live apart, the child is with the mother, mother के हाथ में club होगा, father, father के हाथ में. Anyone in the class is having any doubt related to minors points? Super point, as I made you write, compulsory one question comes out of this. It includes stepchild, adopted child, no clubbing for talent, skill, income, or handicapped child. वो भी add कर दो. Handicapped child income is not clubbed. Ma'am, then who will pay the tax? Parents will file a separate return as represent. So many times the child is handicapped, but then because of the will of the grandfather and all, he's having huge income. So parents is the caretaker and he will sign the return. Other income will be clubbed in the hands of the parent who is having highest income in the first year. After that, every year it will be clubbed in the hands of the same year. In case of divorce, Clubbing is done in the hands of the parent who maintains him. Subsequent years income clubbed in the hands of the chalo, or 1500 per child. Please remember, silliest of doubt asked in the exam, and many students fall into the trap, is that 1500 per child the exemption is given for every child's clubbing, no upper limit of 2 children. Okay, chalo, next we will also revise the spouse wala. Ye dekho, where salary commissioner is paid in cash or in kind, in which firm in which he has a substantial interest. Where remuneration is attributable to technical qualification, clubbing is not done. Where husband and wife both are having substantial interest, both are in receipt of salary without any qualification, then income will be clubbed in the hands of the husband or wife whose total income excluding such income is greater. Both husband and wife have substantial interest in concern and both are received without any qualification and are not having any other income, then to no clubbing done. Huh? But okay, this point is very important. That if both are having substantial interest and both are receiving salary, किसके पास भी qualification नहीं है, दोनों को मिल रहा है, तो clubbing should be done in the total income who's having greater. Substantial interest definition के पास लिखो, MCQs, company है, तो more than 20% voting right, in any other case 20% profit. When asset is transferred to spouse by individual, otherwise than for adequate agreement to live apart, income is clubbed. Husband can give to wife, no problem, but if wife is getting income, that income is clubbed in the hands of husband. And where asset is transferred directly as capital contribution, then proportionate capital. I gave this example. You can read. Okay. Chalo. Now last part we are going, and then we will apply this knowledge and solve question. Last wala part is, I can say, the most old and ortho part. No one is looking at this section. Otherwise, like, it's ridiculous that one relationship clubbing attracts and one it doesn't attract. I'm just writing sections for reference. Even I'm checking and writing, to be very frank. अगर आपको याद रहते हैं clauses तो लिखो, नहीं लिखना है तो मत लिखो. Okay? But pay attention to the language. Very important. Mr. A transferred asset other than house property to Mrs. A. Okay. Transferred asset other than house property to Mrs. A as gift without consideration. मैम अब हस्बैंड तो वाइफ को ही गिफ्ट देंगे ना, ये क्या बात हुई? तो मिस्टर ए इज ट्रांसफरिंग द असेट और गिफ्ट टू वाइफ without consideration, and wife is enjoying that asset. Say husband is transferring a motor car, a yacht boat, a private jet aircraft to Mrs. A, no problem. But if Mrs. A is giving that houseboat for tourism and she's earning income, then income from asset clubbed in hands of Mr. A. Over and out. बोलो, बात समझ में आई? Husband has transferred asset to wife, no problem. It's a motor car or a houseboat, you enjoy, no problem. But if she's getting income out of that, then that is to be clubbed in the hands of husband. So that is 64.1.4. Now, section 64.1.7. First I am writing 7. Mr. A transferred asset to third person. Example, trust या कोई भी. So Mr. A transferred the asset to a private trust where beneficiary is Mrs. A. क्या बात है? Mr. A said, if I transfer the asset directly to spouse, that income is clubbed in my hands. I'll transfer it to a private trust. But where beneficiary is Mrs. A only, then that income clubbed in hands of Mr. A. This income is clubbed in hands of Mr. A. 6417, over and out. Now another relationship we will go. 6416. Mr. A or Mrs. A, कोई भी, transferred any asset. Mr. A or Mrs. A transferred any asset to daughter-in-law. Who is daughter-in-law? Son's wife. Mr. A और Mrs. A son's wife को कुछ asset transfer करते हैं. Clubbing. Clubbed in hands of in-laws. कोई भी है, father-in-law or mother-in-law. Are you all with me? Father-in-law, mother-in-law transferring the property to their daughter-in-law. So income will be clubbed in the hands of 6417. Mr. A or word add करो. Are you okay drawing the diagrams also? Mr. A or Mrs. A transferred asset to third person. Beneficiary is daughter-in-law. Okay. Clubbing in hands of Mr. A or Mrs. A. Are you all with me and very clear? Mr. A has transferred the asset to a third person. Where the main beneficiary is. So, here you are transferring directly to wife, clubbing. To third person where beneficiary is wife, clubbing. To daughter-in-law, clubbing. Transferred to third person where the beneficiary is daughter-in-law. 1 second, and stop. So, bilkul clubbing hoga. But here, what about other relationships, ma'am? If like Mr. A, or this is not in the syllabus, but I am telling you, iske pitfalls which others are still taking benefit. Mr. A or Mrs. A transferring any asset without adequate consideration. Agar, if outrightly you are selling to your daughter-in-law and she is paying capital gain, no problem. Problem is when you transfer without adequate consideration. Now you are transferring it to son. No clubbing. Like my son, when he became major, though we were showing his part-time income and all, some just to start with the file of income tax, we show part-time tuitions he's taking and he's part-time working with his father and all. Later on, if I want to increase his file, I can gift him 30 lakh rupees and say, okay, you put this money in the portfolio. Until now, I was maintaining my share portfolio. Now I've transferred to him. Are you getting? So I have transferred, say just an example I'm giving, 30 lakh rupees I have gifted to my son, or portfolio only I gifted, and from today this belongs to my son. He can buy, sell the shares, get bonus, dividend, jo karna hai tum karo. So is it going to be clubbed in my hands? No. So this chapter is quite old, clubbing of income, husband to wife. See, this is all without consideration. If husband has gifted jewelry to wife is wearing and enjoying, no problem. Problem comes when she is giving the jewelry on rent and she is deriving the income. तो फिर clubbing हो. Transfer of asset without consideration to daughter-in-law, clubbing. To a third person where beneficiary is spouse or daughter-in-law, clubbing. To son, no problem. To daughter, no problem. मैंने son लिखा है, but children's को you can transfer. Just read it, and if you have any conflict in your mind, please put a message here. See, where an asset is transferred by individual to spouse without adequate consideration or in an agreement to live apart. See, you all know in case of divorce, the alimony ऐसे कुछ बोलते हैं, some money or some asset is one flat wife will ask from husband and like that. So if he's transferring that asset in an agreement to live apart, then no clubbing. For adequate consideration or in connection with agreement to live apart, then no clubbing if you want to write it. Otherwise, then clubbing will come. Is the line फिर से पढ़ो. Where an asset other than house property is transferred by individual or to his spouse directly or indirectly, otherwise then for adequate consideration or in connection with an agreement to live apart, then no clubbing. ठीक है ना? If assets are transferred to SSE's son's wife for inadequate consideration, there will be clubbed in the hands of the transferor. If assets are transferred for inadequate consideration to AOP, income will be clubbed in the hands of the transferor. If assets are transferred otherwise than for adequate consideration to a person or association of person, income on which for immediate or deferred son's wife, then no problem. Okay? चलो अब हम HUF की बात करते हैं. Clear? Only HUF and cross transfers is left. Clear? No confusion here. Daughter-in-law वाला और clear है ना? Oh, 1 minute. Oh, almost 1 hour we are in the concept. I thought 45 minutes it will be over. If asset is transferred, write down all of you a note. If asset is transferred for consideration or in case of divorce, if the asset is transferred for consideration or in case of divorce, then no clubbing. If I have transferred an asset to my daughter-in-law, outrightly I have sold the asset and taken the money, no problem. If it is without consideration, the problem. If the asset is transferred to spouse in case of divorce, then no clubbing because it has to be done. Now, income of HUF. Income of HUF, section 64. This should be given only in 2 points. ये एग्जाम में आता है, छोटा सा पॉइंट बट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट. मेंबर ऑफ HUF, कोई भी मेंबर करता है, को पार्टनर्स हैं, ट्रांसफर्स असेट टू HUF. You know, it is called as thrown in common hodgepodge. I have a personal property. Now I say from today this property belongs to my husband's HUF. Mr. A's HUF, उसने अपनी personal property HUF में डाल दिया. And in HUF, Mr. A is there, Mrs. A is there, son S is there, daughter D is there. Done. So member of HUF transfers the asset to HUF. दे दिया HUF को. No problem. Okay. Then clubbing of income. See, again, it is like transferring the asset without consideration. है ना? Transferring the income without transferring the asset. And even if you're transferring the asset, where is the money coming in? So, this was my own rental income. Now I'm saying this rental income belongs to HUF. ऐसे थोड़ी होता है. समझ में आ रहा है? So even if it is given to HUF, clubbing of income will be in the hands of the HUF. Now, after partition, Mr. A, see, after partition heading लिखो, Mr. A transferred the property to HUF. Okay. Now, property partitioned हो गया. 4 partition हो गए. Mr. A, Mrs. A, son S, daughter D. So, these two clubbed in hands of Mr. A. Please draw the diagram so that you can apply this knowledge and get 2 out of 2, 4 out of 4 marks. No need to draw diagram in exam. Dekho, Mr. A is very smart. First he is transferring the property to HUF. Now HUF का तो partition हो गया. तो property का 1/4 part went to wife. And that wife's income should also be clubbed. See, directly Mr. A giving anything to Mrs. A, club it. Then Mr. A is very smart. He's giving the property to HUF. Through HUF also it is going to wife, clubbing will attract. I want a pause here. There's no break. Today's class I don't think required. आधे घंटे में बस प्रॉब्लम हो गया. चैप्टर खत्म, क्लास खत्म. वीकेंड है, छुट्टी. Agricultural income नहीं. Every time I say when we complete some topic early, I'll take, but not today. I need at least 1 hour's time because agricultural income ka each and every problem I want to work out. Mr. A transferred the property to HUF. तब तो clubbing होगा ही होगा. Up only. Property is partitioned for hissa. The part which goes to Mrs. A, that also will be clubbed in the hands of the Mr. A. Clear to all of you? One concept I am explaining and I am reading also from the material. ये देखो. Where a member of HUF has converted his self-acquired property for inadequate consideration into joint family or thrown it into common hodgepodge, income arising therefrom is taxable in the hands of the transferor. MCQ. If the converted property is subsequently partitioned among the members of family, income derived from such converted property as is received by the spouse of transferor will be taxable with the transferor. Na? Okay, right? Now, common points are there, but very nice. All the 3 points. Okay, like income on transferred assets is liable to be clubbed, but income on investment made out of the clubbed income on income is not clubbed. Now, what do you mean by these dialogues? See, Rajat gifted car to Mrs. Rajat. She gave it on rent. Rental income of the car 10,000 clubbed in the hands of the Rajat. Rajat, husband gave car gift to wife. Wife got rental income. Who is enjoying the rent? Wife. Who will pay the tax? Husband. But then Mrs. Rajat, she invested the income 10,000 in FD. On an FD, she got 10% interest 1,000. This interest will not be clubbed. I have transferred an asset to my spouse. That income will be clubbed in my hands. But on that income, if she has invested somewhere, and income on income will not be clubbed, no? Take your time, read it. I want a message, please, here. It should not be that I'm going on teaching. You're watching live in YouTube, comment in the live chat. You're watching in Zoom, comment in Zoom. ये example clear है. Income is clubbed. Income on income is not clubbed. I have transferred, say, a car to my husband. He should use it. He's giving it on rent. So rental income derived by my husband, taxable in my hands. But rental income, if he puts in FD and FD ka interest, it's not clubbed. Not clear or clear? Put a message. I'm waiting. Easy it is. See. नो अभी तुम लोगों को आदत पड़ गई है रेगुलर बैच की तरह 1-to-1 नोट्स लिखने की. आ जाओ. मिस्टर ए transferred car to Mrs. A. Mrs. A is getting rental income, rupees 10,000 from the car. Husband gifted car to wife. Wife should enjoy it, drive, enjoy. But she got rental income. This rental income will be clubbed where? Rental income clubbed or taxable in hands of Mr. A. Over and out, clear? Now, but who is enjoying this rental income? क्लबिंग हस्बैंड में हो रहा है बट इनकम किसको आ रहा है रेंटल इनकम वाइफ को. मिसेज ए पुट्स इन एफडी rupees 10,000. Now FD interest at the rate of 10%, 1,000 not clubbed. You can teach others with this flow chart. So many of my students of earlier batch, there are some students who are working as a lecturer part-time in colleges and all. They are saying always they use the same example, the same flow charts to explain. I said, good, happy I am. If you are able to do that, great. How long we will teach, we don't know. So this legacy should pass on. Now is it clear? I want the message in chat box. Mr. A transferred car to wife. He gifted on birthday of wife. So Mrs. A is happy on her birthday. She got the gift. आ गया. Abhi she started giving it on rent. She has got rental income. This income is clubbed in the hands of husband. But actually the rent is received by wife. She made FD out of that. And 10% interest came on the FD. No clubbing. Done. आ जाओ. My writing is not good. Otherwise, I can scan these flowcharts and, जितने notes बनाए उसको बिल्कुल book की तरह इसी को publish कर दो. This will be like superb material. But I put so much of energy in explanation. Writing doesn't come. You should see my writing off the touch screen. चलो आ जाओ. One more case is there. I want all of you to put a line here. Huh? These are separate cases. Mr. A gifted 1,000 shares RIN to Mrs. A. Mr. A has gifted 1,000 shares RIL to Mrs. A. Whatever income is coming, dividend, capital gain, clubbed in hands of Mr. A. Ma'am, we have already done this, no? Now, who is holding the shares? Mrs. A. She gets bonus. Infosys, Reliance, they give bonus shares. It's called Asset transferred related income is taxable. Accretion to asset. Listen to this word, you may get it in exam. Accretion or addition to asset. Bonus shares RIL 500 given to Mrs. A. Mrs. A, you are holding 1000 shares. So 2:1 ratio. You've got for every 2 share, 1 share bonus shares. No clubbing. Abhi these bonus shares ka dividend, capital gain. I have transferred you asset, that asset related income is taxable. Any addition is there in asset that belongs to you. वो ऐसे clubbing तो 7 generation तक clubbing ही clubbing होगा. Are you clear or not? And third one, which is asked as one bit in the total income. Very nice. Oops. This one is clear. Second one, all the cases are different. इसका title लिखो, income includes losses. If I make you write these dialogues now, accretion, income on income, you will not follow. Income includes losses. Mrs. A contributed capital. Oh, same case. 2 lakh. Mr. A का capital है 5 lakh. Total capital 7 lakhs. Mr. A started doing business. Now there is a loss of 35,000. If there is income, proportionate income is clubbed in the hands of the Mrs. A. If there is a loss, this loss belongs to whom? Loss belongs to Mrs. A. Kitna? 7 lakh में 35,000, 2 lakh में कितना? 2 lakh divided by 7 lakh into 35,000, I think it's coming to 10,000. Done. Mrs. A said, husband, you are doing business 5 lakh. No, I'll also give mine 2 lakh. So husband started the business with 7 lakh. But then there was a loss of 35,000. So that loss belongs to whom? See, if I am taking that responsibility to club income, losses also should belong to me, no? Simple logic. अगर income club हो रही है तो loss को भी club करो. Superb example I can say. In exam they will say that out of the asset transferred to wife 80,000 was lost. So loss also I will get the benefit. Ma'am, this clubbing of income and losses in which head? Respective heads. If minor has got other source income, my hands also other source. Business में loss आ रहा है, business में income है, club in my hands. I have also contributed capital. If there's loss, business loss I can settle. Got it? And logically it's correct. It's given in your material as third point. Superb notes and superb flowcharts. I myself am saying. एक भी problem ऐसा नहीं है कि आप नहीं कर पाओगे. Income on asset transferred is club, but if there is any accretion, those who don't know, write down easy word, addition. Oh, it will not be club. Mrs. Vijay transferred 1000 shares of Reliance Industries to Mr. Vijay. Income on shares will be clubbed in the hands of the Mrs. Vijay. Later, Reliance Industries gave bonus. Bonus club nahi hoga. And last one was income includes losses. And honestly, last one is this. Cross transfer. This is like, mending, twisting, turning the law into your faida. This is not tax ki chori, but this is like, what do you call it? Evasion of tax only in a way. See. Income from asset transferred in cross transfer would be assessed in the hands of the transferor if transfers are so intimately connected to form a single transaction. If I transfer the asset to my spouse, it will be taxable. So I will do it to friend's spouse and he will do, and it's of same value as if the husband is doing to wife. समझ में आ रहा है? Clubbing का ही case है. Transfers are so intimately connected that they just look like single transaction. Here you are caught up only if the AO comes to know that this is one transaction. Like Mrs. Y. Mrs. Y मिसेज में एम वाई नहीं आता ना, MRSY कि मिस्टर वाई है, नॉट मिस्टर वाई गिफ्टेड 5 lakh to Mr. Z's wife, brother's spouse. मिसेज जेड को 5 लाख रुपीस गिफ्ट दिए और मिस्टर जेड ने क्या किया, एल्डर ब्रदर की वाइफ को, मिसेज वाई को 5 लाख का एफडी करा दिया और प्रॉपर्टी दे दी। समझ में आ रहा है? सेम वैल्यू बेनिफिट इज गिवन बाय मिस्टर जेड टू मिसेज वाई, द बेनिफिट विच मिस्टर वाई गिव टू, सो एज इफ instead of transferring to Y, you are transferring to third person. If they come to know that this transaction is mutual, then whatever income Mrs. Y is getting, suppose Mrs. Y is getting this rental income, it will be clubbed in the hands of the husband. समझ में आ रहा है? Mr. Z gifted to Mrs. Y, which he invested in the given case FD interest. FD किसने किसको कराया? Mr. Y did FD for brother's wife, तो as if he has done FD for wife, तो वो FD interest इसको taxable है. Mr. Zen, you gave property to others, as if this rental income you have given to your wife, it will be clubbed in the hands of the husband only. Simple is husband to wife you are clubbing, so they try to do it through third person, transfer of asset. These are like cross transfers. कभी एक आधे बारी पूछा है, but it's a part of your syllabus. That's all for the concept. Do you all need a break or straight we'll start the solving of questions, presentation and all? I have to give some instructions. You want a break, then quickly write in the chat box. एक तो दीप्ति मैम पूछते हैं, डोमिनेट नहीं करते, फिर कुछ लोग जवाब ही नहीं देते हैं. Okay, a very quick break of 3 minutes. Okay, it's 50-50, so let us take the break, but very quick, and come back. We are doing problems which are very easy, but presentation is important. Okay. Chalo, let us start with the questions. Now listen, all of you. Generally, whenever they ask you to calculate the income of partners and all, we do it one after the another, right? But here, in case of clubbing, we'll calculate husbands and wives' income in column form. Why? Because we want to know Mr. A or Mrs. A, whose income is highest. So minor's income will be clubbed in that hands and subsequent in the same hands. So you are allowed to calculate the income in column form and write least notes. And suppose if a minor is getting income from talent, he'll have to file his return. But in that same case, he's also getting FD interest. That will be clubbed in the hands of parent. 1500 per child exemption will be given. Okay? Right. Very quickly we'll do. Problems are really easy and scoring, and separately also they are asked. Starting with problem number 1 only. Following details are furnished in respect of taxable income in the hands of the Mr. Y and family members. Mr. Y, Mrs. Y, here income is getting by minor child. Artist, so no clubbing. Now, business income में loss है, रहने दो. Salary income he's getting, Mrs. Y, she's getting salary income from X Limited, in which Mr. Y holds 25% share. Is it substantial interest? Yes. And Mrs. Y possesses BCom degree and works as an accountant. Great. So she's qualified and she's getting salary. No clubbing. उसी के हाथ में taxable होगी. Share of the profit from the partnership firm. Okay. Who is getting share of the profit? Mr. Y and minor. So profit given to partner from the partnership firm is exempt. Why? Because firm is already paying the tax, right? Okay. Commission. Who is getting commission from ABN company? Mrs. Y. Where who is partner? Mr. Y. Are you all with me? Commission from ABN company, where Mr. ABN company mein who is the partner? Mr. Y. And Mrs. Y does not render any service in a partnership firm. Here she is getting salary because she is qualified. Here she is getting commission, but she is not doing any work. So ये commission किसके हाथ में taxable होगा? Mr. A. Anyone is feeling I am going fast in interpretation? Ask. And interest income. A ka A will keep in other source. B ka B will keep. And minor child. 1500. Minor child ka income. It will be clubbed in hands of the parent who is having highest income. But first, after mutual clubbing, take your pause and listen. First, Mrs. Y ka salary, जो Mr. Y में देना है, just add it. And then minor's income, decide where you want to add. I've given very nice presentation here with notes and all, but we are going to solve it in writing. Don't see the answer. आ जाओ अच्छे से. We will do it in the notebook. Problem number 1. Computation of income. Okay, of 3 people we will compute the income together. Particulars and triple column. Who are the triple column? Mr. Y, Mrs. Y, and minor child. Mr. Y, Mrs. Y, and minor child. Please don't start with business income and all if it's given first. First, what income you will take? Salary. So, wife's salary is clubbed in the hands of husband. No. Wife is getting salary from X Limited where she is working as accountant and she is having a BCom degree. So salary income किसके केस में आएगा? Please put your left hand on the question. Salary wife is getting from husband's firm, but then she's qualified. Next is business income. So husband's business income, there is loss. Wife is getting commission from A, B and company to Mrs. Y. Not working. She's not working. Still she's getting commission. How much? 20,000. It will be treated as business income for Mr. A. और माइनर का अपना इनकम है. Minor has got income from talent, so it will be like income from business and profession. Anyone is having any doubt in juggling? Ma'am, why did you write here? I'll repeat. First of all, why she got salary income from husband's firm, but then she's qualified and she's working. Husband is doing some business and there's loss. Commission is given to wife in from another firm where wife is not going, working. Still she got commission, so it will be clapped in the hands of husband. And minor की तो खुद की income. हाँ. Next you write down share of the profit from partnership firm AB and Co exempt. Mr. Y or minor को profit they are getting, but this share of the profit is exempt. Now it's commission income, but before that first do total income before clubbing minor's income. You have to write like this in exam. Minor income के पहले देख लो. What's the income of Mr. Y? Yeah, other sources also there, but वो भी कम ही है. ठीक है. Other source 8,000 is there, but until now तो 20,000. Here how much? 30. And here to 60. So now minor's income will be clubbed in the hands of Y. आ जाओ. अब देखो. Interest income from other sources. Interest income. What is husband's interest income? 8,000. Wife's income 5,000. Minor's interest income 4,000. No one will say in exam, you have to remember this section. Under section 1032 up to 1500 exemption. Now where do I club? Minor's income. Where do I club? Y or Mrs. Y? Mrs. Y. क्योंकि उसकी income ज्यादा है 2,500. Now what is the total income of all the three? 28,000, 37,500 and 60,000. Oh, sorry, did I miss one point? Just write it. No, I'll tell you what did I miss. एक छोटा सा point रह गया. 1 minute. Yeah, sorry, I missed reading this last point. Interest income received by Mrs. A is from an investment of 40,000 gifted from Mr. Y and 40,000 from her own resource. समझ में आया? Mrs. Y has got income on investment, but 50% was gifted by husband and 50% is her own. Reading हुआ clearly, समझ में आया? तो what I took 5,000 will be 2,500 here. ऐसे arrow mark कर दो. Wife has got 5,000 interest income, but 50% contribution in the investment on which she has got interest was from husband. So here it is now 40,000 में से 20,000 गया तो 20,000 तो लॉस है. Put the loss in bracket minus sign so that you get the answer. Still there is a loss. 20,000 loss minus 2,500 and this, so 9,500 is loss. Here 35,000 is income and minus talent income. See, even though minor has got talent income, but if he has got other source income, it will be clubbed in the hands of mother because she is having highest income. This is your first problem, and for me also it is easy. For you also it is going to be easy, but आप पहली बार कर रहे हो, so common confusion I have observed is in presentation. So take your time. Go headwise. First thing. Second thing is between husband and wife, check. Wife's income is 30,000. Husband को तो loss आ रहा है. So obviously minus income will be clubbed in the hands of Mrs. Y. Very good quality of questions we will do very quickly. I'm waiting. This is the first question. If your mind is stuck up anywhere, to पूछ लो. Yeah, definitely. Some questions in writing, some oral. All clear, AC? Salary income of wife we didn't club because she is working as an accountant. Commission wife, she got Mrs. Y in a firm, but she's not working there. And share of profit they have given to confuse you. From partnership firm, if partners are getting profit, it's exempt in their hands because the firm is already paying tax. Any confusion anywhere in all the three columns? Answer is printed, but I want you to do some answers at least in the notebook. चलो ये करते हैं. Mr. A widower, has 3 children, 19, 17 and 5. So 19 is the major. Income will not be clubbed. First child derives 1 lakh income per year. Okay. No clubbing. Note. Mr. A, his other children's income details are given. So what is the business income? 50,000. Interest on FD they have given. Bank interest. अब rare है कि they have given salary income. So we should always start with salary. How much is salary of Mr. A? 48,000. Assuming it's computed income. Second child is getting salary, means definitely is getting salary because of skill, experience and talent. No one can earn salary for a minor child, right? So this income will not be clubbed. यहाँ तक clear है? Now come to business income. Who is having business income? Mr. A. Okay, right. Now income from other sources. Okay. So next now we will do is income from other sources. May one thing is clear that Mr. A is widower, so wife is not there. So no question that second and third child income where we should club. Obviously it is to be clubbed in the hands of father because mother is not there. 19-year wale, bye bye, you file your own return. Now bank interest, what is his own bank interest? 7,000. Interest on salary income saved. Mr. A has got salary now, that he saved, and on that also he got interest. Okay, any interest, saving account, bank, FD, all the interest are taxable here. Now second child, interest on FD out of gift. See, second child is getting salary out of talent. But other than that, second child is getting 15,000 interest, then 8,000 interest, and then 2,000. मिला के कितना हो गया? 25,000. And for every child, 1,500 income is exempt. I want to repeat. Second child has got 15,000 FD interest, 8,000 bank interest, 2,000 interest on salary, 25,000. Out of that, 1,500 will be exempt under section 10 clause 32. 23,500 बिल्कुल tax होगा. Third child income should also be clubbed in the hands of father, but it is exempt. Why? Because it's just 1,000 up to 1,500 तो exempt है. और ये मैंने आपको बताया कैसे आया. First child income is major, so no clubbing. Please tell me, is this very easy or not? Because you have done each and every nook and corner so thoroughly for this chapter. Notes are available in the Telegram, and Telegram link is there in the description of every video. Bolo. Put some comment. Is still there any doubt or it's very easy? Bolo. कोई doubt है या clear है? I'm checking orally because कुछ नहीं बताना है. Presentation नहीं, कुछ नहीं. It's that easy. All clear? Clear. Thank you. Done. Chalo, next problem. Very nice names are given by the typist. So अभी ना Don Mon आ जाएगा. Amitabh Bachchan and Shah Rukh Khan. Mr. Don is trader. Particulars of income and those of the family members. Okay. So income of Mr. Don, his business income. Salary derived from Educational Institute, Mrs. Don. Why now husband and wife both income is given? So that you know where the minor's income is to be clubbed. Interest on company deposit derived by Chota Don. Okay, this will be clubbed in the hands of the father. See, mother is getting salary income. Father is getting business income. Obviously, the minor's income is clubbed in the hands of the father with 1,500 exemption. हो गया? Receipt from sale of painting. Another daughter. No, talent, scale, all not clubbed. Income by way of lottery और एक है छोटा डॉन 2. No, that will also be clubbed. लॉटरी में कोई स्किल टैलेंट नहीं है. स्किल टैलेंट इज सम पेंटिंग, सिंगिंग, एनीथिंग. सो लॉटरी इनकम इफ द माइनर चाइल्ड के नाम से लॉटरी लिया और इनकम हुई है तो क्लब. सी दिस वन इज सेपरेट. छोटा डॉन 2 is separate. So 1,500, 1,500. It's not every income exemption is given. It is per child. That's it. Easy. Very, very easy, I am feeling. But presentation should be clear. Aajo. Vaibhav started a proprietary business. Study material question, exam question, and I have already made you write example that if the husband contributes capital, proportionate income will be taxable, but that should be on the 1st of April. So Vaibhav started business, 5 lakh. He incurred a loss of 2 lakh. Oh, alone he did the business and he incurred a loss. Now, how much is the capital? On 1st April 22 he started and there's loss. So 3 lakh is the capital. Ab loss to niklega na usme se na. To overcome the financial position, his wife, Mrs. Vaishali, a software engineer, gave him 5 lakh rupees. All right. 3 lakh Vaibhav ka khud ka. Vaishali ka 5 lakh, 8 lakh. And he earned a profit of 4 lakh. Super. 8 lakh capital, 4 lakh profit. Vaishali gave how much? 5 lakh. So 50% profit kahan club hoga? Amount to be clubbed in the hands of Vaishali. How much? 4 lakh. Is it clear or not? Same example I've made you write. 3 lakh own, 5 lakh received from wife. We started business, earned 4 lakh. So 5 lakh तो wife ने दिया था ना, तो 8 में 4, तो 5 में कितना? 2,50,000 belongs to Vaishali. If Vaishali gave us loan, no clubbing. If Vaishali gave the money instead of 1st April, she gave the money on 10th of April. No clubbing. कोई problem नहीं. Clubbing के लिए the capital contribution, dear students, you have to check on 1st of April. So ma'am, then this year 23-24, no clubbing, no clubbing. Clubbing will be done next year. Chalo, fifth problem, one more, we will do it in notebook. Just for presentation. It's also simple, but karenge. Dhaval and his wife. Salary income derived by wife. Income of minor B who suffers from disability. If a minor suffers from disability, skill and talent, don't club the income. Minor daughter C from singing, don't club. Income from profession of Dhaval. Dhaval की income 750 है, wife की income 460 है. Now, cash gift received by C from Mrs. in singing competition. Oh, singing competition, again talent, no clubbing. And this is not even, it's like cash gift and the amount doesn't cross 50,000. So ये तो टैक्स ही नहीं होगा. समझ में आ रहा है? Cash gift received by C on 2/10 October from a friend. तो वो तो income ही नहीं है ना. Now, income of married minor daughter. B is disabled, no clubbing. C is talented, no clubbing. What about A? Even if she is a married minor daughter, A's income will be clubbed in 750 or 460. Obviously, 750. चलो फिर भी इसको लिख के करते हैं, अच्छे से हो जाएगा. जल्दी 2 मिनट में. Don't do it orally. When I am also doing it written, you also do it. आ जाओ. बाकी भी एक बार लिख के देखो, आ जाएंगे. Problem number 5. Computation of income. We can't write किसका, क्योंकि हम तीनों का कर रहे हैं. धवल, हीरल, हाँ उन्हीं दोनों का पूछा है. माइनर का तो इनकम क्लब नहीं होगा. So you can make a column or you can leave. First, why she has got a salary income. If they say gross salary, you have to give standard deduction. Minor B, C तो नहीं होगा. धवल का business income. Professional income of Dhaval 7,50,000. Cash gift, it's not income only. You'll have to write a note only. Married minor daughter. She's getting some income from other source. Interest. How much she's getting? 30,000. Under section 1032. 1,500. किसके हाथ में क्लब करूं? अक्कड़ बक्कड़ मत करना. D और H. D 28 fine. हो गया. Ma'am, are the problems asked for 5 marks? Yes, of course. What's total income? 778, 500 and 460. And please write 3 notes. Why A, B, उसका B और C का income club नहीं है. Is the presentation clear? Am I going fast or clear? समझ में आ रहा है presentation? ये देखो, you'll have to write notes like this. Income of minor shall be clubbed in the hands of the parent who is having highest income. That is in case of the minor daughter. And no clubbing will be done for child who is suffering from disabled, B, or C who is having income from talent. उनका income club नहीं होगा. And C has received gift, huh? Not prize and all in singing, but just a gift from a friend. But that is not taxable only. It's not included in the income of the parent because the amount is not crossing 50,000 and 50,000 tak to gift allowed hai. This is next one is such an easy problem, but then they have asked. बहुत easy. It's a past exam question I've picked from compiler. The Rajiv has 4 children, 2 daughters and 2 sons. Annual income of 2 daughter were 9,000 and this and son. The daughter who has income 4,500 is suffering from disability. No clubbing because she's suffering from disability. Other daughter's income 9,000. Son's income 6,200 and this. For all the 3, 1,500 exemption. हो गया. This is not 5 marks. This they can ask in MCQ. हमेशा minor daughter देखते से income club नहीं करना है. If she is suffering from disability or if she is talented, it will not be clubbed. And this is the same question of contribution. I think this is a past exam question only. मेरे को ईयर याद नहीं है लेकिन मैंने देखा है वाला क्वेश्चन. Yeah. Mr. A is employed in a company with substantial interest. His salary is 3 lakh. Who? Mr. A. Mr. A की salary कितनी है? 3 lakh. Mrs. A is also working in company at a salary of 120 without any professional qualification. Gone. Spouse is working in a husband's firm and no qualification. Clubbing. आ जाओ. Clubbing कर दो उसको. Now, Mr. A also receives 30,000 income from security. That's other source. Okay. Mrs. A owns a flat and she has received rent 12,000 per month. Now, whenever you receive rent, whether they give or not, you have to give standard deduction. So, rent is 1200 into 12. Municipal tax is not there. NAV, you got standard deduction, you have to give. Even from arrears of rent and unrealized rent when received, we give standard deduction. So wife, she has got rental income. Husband has got other source income. Mr. A and Mrs. A have 3 children, 2 twin daughters and son. Income of 2 daughters and son. Nothing is given that they've got, minors have got income from disability or talent. So सब children की income किसमें club होगी? This is a super problem. पहले A, see B is in Mrs. A's income you have clubbed in A. Why? Because Mrs. A is getting salary and she is not working. So mutual clubbing you finish. And now you do the total. Whose income is highest? A. So all will be taxable here. 2 twin daughters income is 2000 per annum. Not 2000 per child. मिला के 2 twin daughters 2000. So 1500 into 2 exempt है वो तो nil है. And third child income is 1200. So वो भी 1500 तक तो nil है. So clubbing is not there because of the amounts. But किसमें club होगा? Husband. Before deciding husband or wife, first club their mutual income and do the total. Same question can come. And another hint, silly mistake. Students, if you take rent received, gone. If rent received or salary is gross, you have to take standard deduction. And last one is same capital contributed, 8th problem. Please check the question again. If you have a doubt, comment below the video or click the picture and send in challenges. Isko khatam karo. Half an hour more and clubbing chapter is over. Monday morning we are doing deductions. Okay? It will take time for me to thoda patience rakhna hai. 80C is only one of the huge one. Revati started a boutique with a capital of 3 lakh. Her husband gifted 2 lakh on 10th of April. Gone. Clubbing to nahi hoga. 3 lakh, 2 lakh, and she earned a profit of 150. So 3 lakh, husband gifted 2 lakh and 150 profit. 650 is wife's capital. No clubbing because the amount came on 10th April 22. So this year to no clubbing. Now next year 390 she earned in 23-24. Total capital 650. Total profit 390. How much husband contributed? 2 lakh. Kitna? 650 mein wife has got 650 total capital. In that 390 total profit. Husband gave him 2 lakhs. Why didn't I club in the first year? Because the gift was given on 10th of April. But now can we club? Yes. Cross multiply and get the answer. Okay. Any problem, just 2 minutes scroll. You want to check, then please ask if you have any doubt in any problem. Otherwise, clubbing is done. And please comment, did you follow this way of learning or not? Of course, I cannot do it for all the business head, but वहाँ पे भी हमने important note लिखे हैं. Scientific research, one concept. Depreciation, one concept, and then problem. Preliminary expense, one concept, one, and then we did combine. Here we could do it in one class because these were simple concepts. Usually students do mistake is minor के लिए हर income में से 1500. No. Per child 1500 without upper limit of 2 children. And when minor's income is to be clubbed in the hand of husband or wife for mutual clubbing to kar lo, do the total and then. I've taken care of smallest of pitfall and silly mistake which you might do. So take care of this. Hope everything is clear. Utilize your time, write chapter wise exam, be more committed. Otherwise, the time will slip like this and two quality good months are left for exam. But we have to do GST also, which is quite vast. Okay? तो इसको अच्छे से कर लेते हैं. Clubbing 3 marks, set of 7 marks, out of 50 10 marks. When there is something, मैम इस बार का पेपर बहुत टफ था, कुछ तो बहुत easy भी है पक्का. In case if they miss out the question of set off, which I have to never see, every final exam 7 marks question is set off, be it CA CMA कोई भी. अगर मिस हो रहा है तो केस सिनेरियो होगा, नहीं तो MCQ होगा कंपल्सरी. राइट? Thank you. That's all for today. See you on Monday. I know we are very late. We are not doing our daily activity today. Monday से शुरू करेंगे. Thank you. Thank you all of you. Bye bye. Anyone is having any doubt, ask please.